Feurer, and I am on the artistic design team for ANZA Healing Hair Care. I'm so excited to be here today. We are launching a very exciting new product, and it's our new RR Really Red series. These reds are going to give you high impact in the salon and a ton of vibrancy and longevity. It is going to be pure red all the time. So we are so excited to work on Natasha today. She's already pretty copper red, so we're going to take her to the next level of red. And I'm going to showcase some techniques that can help you behind the chair and how to utilize this amazing technology in your business and at your salons. Now that we have the color attached applied, let's get started. So we're going to work this section from the top of the head to the nape, and we're just going to subdivide it down the head into two sections. And this way we'll have maximum control as we work through both of these sides, applying her color. We're going to work on the lighter side of our red series, and we're going to start her off with a 6RR, 10 volume with a base, and then we're going to move into some horizontal curtain frames to add a little depth and dimension and high vibrancy into the hair. And then we're going to pull through the 7RR in the remaining hair after that. So we've got her subdivided for efficiency's sake into two large sections instead of four. A lot of us learn to do 4 quadrants, and that's great. I think it's really important to know the rules and follow the rules until you have a lot of practice. Once you practice the art though, it's okay to break the rules as long as you know why and how and what you're gonna get from it. So we're gonna do 2 large sections for efficiency's sake. So I'm just creating my foundation right now. We want to create a lot of light reflection and illusion within this color. So how we're going to do that now is as we reach the ridge of the head, you can see the light reflecting off of this ridge right now. That's going to be our focus point where we're going to add a couple of the base color throughout the hair. And we're going to do that using our ANZA films. So I'm going to use a horizontal section, which is going to give me the largest width of coverage. So it's almost like a curtain effect. And I'm going to apply my root color to create some stability. And then I'm going to gently pick up the ANZA film, lay it right underneath, and we're going to add this curtain piece to give some depth and some contrast throughout our monochromatic color. So even though it's working in similar tonal families, it's still going to give us a lot of light reflection. So you just pick up your film to get maximum saturation, and you really just push your brush against the film through the hair, and you'll really see that that's pushing the color into the hair. And be careful when you pick up the last of the hair to fold it up, and this way you're getting a double coat right on top of that section, which is going to really help with the porosity in the ends, making sure it's very saturated. Take another film, lay it on top, and voila, out of the way. Now we want to create a panel, so we're going to go right underneath that section and add one more to really create that curtain. You want to make sure that you can see through your section so it's not overly large. And we're going to paint the root, the underneath. So these sections are creating a panel that will be back to back to create a curtain effect inside of our color, so that we actually have a peekaboo, if you will, or a chance to shine right on that shine line. So I'm using the ANZA films, one for stability. You see how I have this strong force underneath my hand, so I'm able to really push the hair through without it crinkling too much or getting disheveled. Another great thing is you can actually see. It allows you to be able to see through your sections. Now, if you were trying to go faster and you wanted to have a little bit more of a speed demon kind of energy, then you're gonna do this first base placement, and then you could just take a little bit of this top section to create a thicker panel, and this is what you can do with the films, which is so awesome because it's already saturated, it's already coated, and then you would just lay this section right on top of it, and because we already have that stable base underneath our hand, I can literally just push this color through that section to get total saturation. Now we've got our placement in to give those peekaboos throughout the side. And what I want you to notice is because I am doing two sections instead of 4, I'm able to go from the front of the head all the way to that center back in one fell swoop. So that's really going to speed up your game as long as you are efficient and proper about your application and making sure you're thoroughly saturating the hair. You're going to be able to go a lot faster. So I'm going to continue going down the head, painting the base. I want to put one more film in on this ridge of the head too, so she has a peekaboo in the back as well. So we'll have that on the side and also throughout this back right on the curve of her head. So we've all heard that taking small sections is going to increase the saturation. Well, how do you know if your section is too big or too small? A great way to tell is by taking whatever you think is the right amount of hair and pushing it up, and you'll be able to see if the color is actually pushing through. That's your indicator that you have enough saturation. If there's discrepancy in that, you need to take a smaller section. Your section is too large. What I love about the films is you can actually see, you can literally see how red this is going to be, and it's a red you can depend on. You know when you use these reds, it's going to be really red. The films are great because you can see how red it's going to be, and you can keep yourself very organized and see the different points of where you've colored and where you have yet to. So we've completed the first side. We're gonna move through this side doing the same technique, but I want you to take a moment to notice the light reflection on the curve of that head. That is your indicator of where you're going to place your horizontal panels, or blocks if you will, to create dimension and a curtain effect within our technique. Okay, so we completed our first technique, which is added the 6RR 10 volume, and that's throughout these panels too. So that way we're gonna have influxes of light reflection throughout the head. Now what I want to do with the remaining hair that's still left out is I want to add a little bit of dimension. So I'm using 7RR with 10 grams of C-Mix. And that's really going to warm it up and give us that vibrancy and light reflection throughout our look. You'll notice this system is extremely easy to navigate through with these films. So it's easy to see what hair has been left out and what needs to be addressed at this point. So I'm really just pushing my brush into the hair against my hand so that I'm getting a lot of pressure almost into this, pushing the hair color inside that cuticle. It's pretty impressive how vibrant this hair was going to really turn out. Shampooing and conditioning her with our Color Preserve shampoo and conditioner, which is going to ensure the longest lasting longevity. And now we're about to take her out of her towel bun here. And you can see immediately the reflectivity that's in this hair. I mean, this color is just phenomenal on how it just picks up that pigment. It looks like a direct dye, even though it's an oxidative dye. This is our final look of our new, amazing, super vivid, super extreme RR series. We've got profound light reflection going through this hair, as you can see. And what we did is the 6RR 10 volume at the base with hints of 6RR 10 volume in panels and a curtain to kind of feel towards the ridge of the head and where the shine line lays. And then in between everything else is 7RR 20 volume for a little pop.